The 2026 Winter Olympics, officially known as the 25th Olympic Winter Games, is a sports event to be organized in a city designated by the International Olympic Committee. The host city will be selected at the 132nd IOC Session in 2019. Potential bids: Europe, Austria, Italy. A public debate is promoted by a citizens' committee in the Italian region of Mont Blanc, in order to promote Austria as the host the 25 Winter Olympics Games or a subsequent edition. The idea is to promote the Games starting from the citizens in a bottom-up process, in order to involve all stakeholders. The Austria Valley region's economy is mainly based on winter sports. Starting from 70s, the main winter resorts hosted world events. Courmayeur hosted a round of the 1977 Alpine Skiing World Cup, Slovenia a round of the 1978 Alpine Skiing World Cup, La Tuile a round of the 2016 Alpine Skiing World Cup, and bobsleigh's FIBT World Championships 1971. Cone a round of the 1984-85 FIS Cross Country World Cup and a round of 2006-07 FIS Cross Country World Cup, and FIAQ Tennis hosted in the 1986 FIL World Luge Natural Track Championships. In 1991 the city made a bid for the 1998 Winter Olympics, so a 2026 bid would be the city's second attempt. In 1993 Austria hosted the first edition of the Winter European Youth Olympic Festival, and in 2010 it hosted the first edition of the Winter Military World Games. Considering the new rules of the IOC, some structures of Turin that hosted the 2006 Winter Games are less than 100 kilometers away, and so they could be used as part of a new bid for the Alpine city. Innsbruck, Austria. On February 17, 2016, the Tiroler Tageszeitung wrote in an article that IOC President Thomas Bach asked the Alpine city for an application for the 2026 Winter Olympics. He said that an event such as this would not only be celebrated, but live, if applying. The host of 1964 Winter Olympics and 1976 Winter Olympics would use many of the sites where the Olympics in the past have been held. A joint Austria-Germany-Italy application is also imaginable, whereas others claimed that an application including Vienna would be the best candidate. Dresden, Germany. The mayor of Altenburg, Thomas Kirsten, announced in November 2013 after the Bavarians rejected a Munich bid for the 2022 Winter Olympics. Dresden is considered as host city due to its international reputation, airport and motorway infrastructure. Therefore it could serve as ideal location for an Olympic village and the main press center. Renowned venues such as Klingenthal, Oberwiesenthal, Altenburg, Zittau and Weißwasser could be used, as well as partnering venues in the Czech Republic for alpine events, probably near Liberec, as there are no suitable mountains near Dresden. Other option for alpine skiing as well for ski, snowboard cross is 1936 Olympic and 1978-2011 World Alpine Ski Championships venues in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, Bavaria, which was also part of 2018 and 2022 bids by Munich. Lviv, Ukraine. On the 30th of June 2014 Lviv decided to withdraw from 2022 Winter Olympics bid and will bid for 2026 Winter Olympics. Stockholm, Sweden. Sweden withdrew from the 2022 bid, but the Swedish NOC president did in December 2014 claim that Sweden could apply again, considering that the IOC want to reduce cost for organizers, which was the problem with the 2022 bid. Switzerland. The Swiss Olympic Committee made a general decision about a bid during the Sport Parliament on the 11th of March 2016. Interested cities and regions had until the 31st of May 2016 to forward the proposal to Swiss Olympic 5 candidates handed the files to Swiss Olympic within the deadline. A candidate city will be selected later. Graubünden failed public referendum to host the 1980 Winter Olympics and the 2022 Winter Olympics as well. Trondheim, Norway and Sweden. A joint Norway-Sweden bid was proposed by a Norwegian College of Elite Sport top official Thorleif Gunhildrud. It was suggested to combine Trondheim and which are about 100 miles apart, but it was said there had been no talks with Swedish officials so far. The Olympic Charter allows for the possibility of a Winter Olympics shared by 2 countries. North America. Calgary, Canada. Calgary Mayor Naheed Nenshi confirmed on September 16, 2015, that a group of community leaders are working on a bid for the 2026 Winter Olympics. Calgary was host of 1988 Winter Olympics. In June 2016, Calgary City Council approved spending up to $5 million on a 15-month bid exploration phase. It has also been proposed that Calgary would repurpose the arena's event stages used for the 1988 Winter Olympics. A new arena has been proposed by Calgary Sports and Entertainment to replace the aging Scotiabank Saddledome Arena. The proposed arena and residential development, Calgary Next, is to be located in West Village, Calgary, should it be approved. The Calgary Next Arena would then become the main Olympics arena for Calgary's Olympic bid. John Furlong, CEO of the 2010 Winter Olympics in Vancouver, is running a group for the Canadian Olympic Committee to help Calgary, United States of America. Salt Lake City in December 2012, host of the 2002 Winter Olympics, announced its intention to bid to become the U.S. nomination for the Games. This came on the heels of the USOC announcing that it would not support a bid for the 2022 Olympics, but would support a 2024 or 2026 bid. Other cities that are considering bids include Reno, Lake Tahoe, Denver, Anchorage, Lake Placid, Bozeman. Lake Placid previously hosted the 1932 and 1980 Winter Olympics. The Reno-Tahoe area previously hosted the 1960 Winter Olympics. Denver originally won the hosting rights for the 1976 Winter Olympics, but relinquished the Games after voters rejected the budget in a 1972 referendum. It is unclear whether Denver's decision to relinquish the Games would impact its bid, even though it happened decades ago. Anchorage lost bids to host the 1992 Winter Olympics and the 1994 Winter Olympics. A 23-member exploratory committee, which includes 4 Alaskan Olympians, met for the first time to delve into the finances and mechanics of pursuing the 2026 Winter Olympics. South America. Patagonia, Argentina. In October 2014, the Argentine Olympic Committee revealed the plan to use the 2018 Summer Youth Olympics, to be held in Buenos Aires, as the launchpad for a bid in the near future. The committee identified Argentina's southwestern region of Patagonia, which comprises the southern section of the Andes Mountains, as a possible location to host the Winter Games. In 2010 it was suggested that Ushuaia would be the main option for a bid. Santiago Punta Arenas, Chile. After an interview with then International Olympic Committee President Jacques Rogge during the 2012 Olympic Games in London, discussions were started about how to organize Winter Olympics in the Southern Hemisphere for the first time. During the interview, conditions in the Andes were highlighted as very suitable to stage snow sports events, but a lack of existing venues for the ice sport events was identified as well. Asia. Sapporo, Japan. Representatives from Sapporo in Japan, host of the 1972 Winter Games, told that the city is considering a bid for the 2026 or 2030 Winter Olympics. Cancelled potential bids. Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona had waged a bid for the 2022 Winter Olympics, but, according to Mayor Xavier Trias, was not considered ready yet. Instead, one must concentrate its efforts and commitment to work to reach the Olympic target by 2026. On the 17th of June 2015, Barcelona announced it will not be bidding to host the 2026 Olympic Winter Games. Mayor Ada Colau, who won the municipal elections on May 24, decided that this is not a priority project for the city. On the 24th of July, the City Council accorded to create a specific commission about the social and economic impact of the bid. Auckland and Queenstown, New Zealand. A pre-feasibility report was published in May 2015 stating that a joint Winter Olympics Games with Australia would be feasible for 2026. Bruce Mijekin, in a news release on the 26th of June 2015, said that the New Zealand Olympic Committee had considered the report but had decided not to ask the New Zealand government to do a full feasibility study of hosting the 2026 Olympic Winter Games. Therefore, the Olympic Winter Games NZ 2026 project was shelved. Boston, United States. Boston was actively considering a bid for the 2026 Winter Games. This campaign was dropped when Boston was named the candidate city from the United States by the IOC for the 2024 Summer Games. Boston's campaign for the 2024 Summer Olympics has since been suspended, but the IOC is now bidding to host the Games in Los Angeles, Quebec City, Canada. Quebec City initially expressed interest in bidding. In September 2011, Quebec City Mayor Pierre de Coubertin ruled out bidding for 2022. However, the city may bid for another Winter Games in the future. Then IOC President Jacques Rogge stated that he believes that the 2026 Winter Olympics would be a realistic option for the city to organize the Games. Quebec has a problem finding a mountain for the downhill event, as the planned location of Le Massif was not approved. In September 2015, during an interview on Radio-Canada, Labour ruled out any possibility of Quebec making a bid for 2026. Labour also attempted, but failed, to create a joint bid between Calgary and Quebec City. Calgary Mayor Naheed Nenshi declined. Broadcasting. Brazil, Grupo Globo. United States, NBC.